All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Getting started here in a second. Get started here in a second. Give everybody a chance to come in, get all the notes up. Here I am, live, live, live. Okay, you gotta watch the notes here. Oh yeah, all right. Let's wait for a few more people. That's six so far. I think we had 14 in the other chat. Let's get a few more people in here. And then I'll start off with the breakthroughs and takeaways from today's episode, and then we'll get into some big news. So you have to stick around just a little bit. Gotta tease it just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Who's gonna be number one in this? Who was number one in the last chat? Was Emily number one in the last chat? Looks like she's number one here too. No, just one version tonight, just this way. Um, I've just been doing that lately. Just because YouTube's pushing this one out to people. So I'm just gonna leave it this way for now. And still counts for the hours. Getting pretty close to hours. We're getting I think we're only a couple hundred away from that first mark. So first attempt at monetization. See what happens, but we're close, we're close, we're close. All right, so let me get started, and then we'll get into the big news towards the end. I apologize, everybody. If you stick around a little bit, but okay. And if I forget, just remind me because I may forget to tell you the news. All right, so I'm getting all settled here. We all just finished watching the conversation with Nicky Billou. Like me, you probably feel two things. Probably feel fired up and slightly convicted. So honestly, that's a real good place to be because today isn't just about money. It wasn't just about money. It was about responsibility. It was about conviction. It was about what happens when freedom meets action. It was about all of that. So in this after show, I want to break down big takeaways. More importantly, the breakthroughs available to actually apply what we just heard. I'm gonna guess your battery, I mean, is at really low, and you're gonna have to charge it to keep hearing what's going on. So, all right, takeaway number one: business is a people game. Nikki clearly said that in the conversation that business isn't just a numbers game; it's a people game. That sounds really simple, but it really changes everything. Most most entrepreneurs obsess over algorithms, funnels, tactics, hacks, but people buy from trust, authority, conviction, and clarity. So the big breakthrough was stop asking, "How do I get more leads?" and start asking, "How do I build more trust?" I mean, that shift alone can add income. I might add, 6 to 7 times your income. You never know. Takeaway number 2. Takeaway number 2 is go narrow, not broad. This one is hard for entrepreneurs, especially those that are between 18 and 35. We want more audience, they want more exposure, more reach. Nikki made it really clear, though, that broad positioning equals weak authority. Narrow positioning equals a magnetic authority. So if you're struggling with income, it may not be the effort. It may be clarity. Ask yourself, who exactly do I serve? What specific problem do I solve? Why am I uniquely positioned to solve it? Takeaway number 3, freedom is a responsibility. This was a deep this was really deep. This was deeper than any business advice. Nicky's Nicky's an immigrant, Iranian immigrant, lives in Canada, Canadian, right? Whatever. His immigrant perspective gives weight to this. Freedom isn't automatic. Free enterprise isn't neutral, it's moral. So if you believe in freedom, then build something worthy of it. I challenge you, build a business that creates value, a brand that stands for something, and a life that reflects conviction. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave some comments below. Our live takeaway show. We just watched our interview with Nicky Billou. Powerful, powerful episode. We do this every Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Watch live episode premiere and then have our takeaway. Friday nights, we're live on the radio. We're live on YouTube at 6 p.m. for our live show. We have our daily show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Bunch of other videos that we're gonna be doing, a couple other things we're gonna be talking about as well. Stick around. Takeaway number 4 Takeaway number 4 was that selling isn't manipulation. This is where so many good people stay stuck. They don't wanna sound salesy, but here's a reframe for you. If you generally help people, withholding your offer isn't humility, it's fear. Confidence in your offer comes from clarity in your value. If you feel weird selling, well, I feel weird selling, you gotta go deeper into the results you create, the transformation you provide, proof of impact. I know that's something I gotta work on. Takeaway number 5. 5. Authority is greater than hustle. I mean, hustle works. It's only temporary. Authority Authority compounds. When you position yourself as a thought leader, you don't chase clients, you attract clients. You don't discount, you command value. So instead of asking, "How can I work harder?" ask yourself, "How can I become more known for one specific thing?" And that's a really tough question to ask yourself because the answer or the correct answer may not be exactly what you thought it would be. I know something again this guy's working on is where I thought I was, what I thought I'd be an authority in, may not be the space that I'm an authority in. And I may be an authority in a space that I didn't think I was supposed to be an authority in. You have to sit down and you have to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself and think about is the direction that you're going with the direction you need to be going in? What brings you joy? What brings you purpose? Takeaway number 6. This is huge. You were born to make a difference. This is the part that if you learn anything or take away anything from this episode and this after episode or anything else, this is the thing I want you to understand. Making money is good. Growing influence is good, but alignment matters. If you build income without integrity, it will cost you later. If you build influence without conviction, it will collapse. Your calling should shape your business model, not the other way around. And again, I think this is where we get really confused. We try to put a is it a round square peg in a round hole? We make these things harder for ourselves. They don't need to be. Alright, those of you watching live, those of you watching after, I want you to do 3 things this week. 3 things. If you wanna pause it here and watch it again and pause and write it down, do that. 3 things this week. I want you to clarify your niche. I want you to write down who you serve, what they struggle with, and the results you deliver. If it's vague, I want you to refine it. It's gonna be hard for a lot of people to do. Number 2, I want you to create 1 authority asset. Publish a strong post, record 1 teaching video, write 1 article, share 1 client result. Something. I want you to start building authority instead of just posting noise. 3, I want you to make 1 bold offer this week. Reach out to someone, have 1 real conversation, and invite someone to work with you. Don't hide behind content. I'm gonna do that too. If you get a call from me in the next couple of days, you know why. Taking my own advice. Put in the chat how you did. You may fail at it all. You may not know your niche. You may not have posted what you consider to be a strong post. Didn't get it, or maybe you thought it was and it got no views, no likes, no comments. You called somebody up to meet and make an offer and they ghosted you or they said no. Guess what? You did it. The next week you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and you do it again. You keep learning from it, keep changing it, refining it, making it better until it's like second nature. Here's what stood out for me personally in this conversation. Really wasn't about ego. It wasn't about him flexing revenue. He did give some bold numbers. It wasn't about becoming the kind of person that's worthy of influence, none of those things. That's really why we had this conversation. It's really why it works in the confines of the Prosperity Lounge, because the platform isn't about hype, man, it's about substance. We gotta have some substance to build on, some things to build with, some foundation that isn't quicksand. The episode really stirred something in you. Don't just consume it. Please act on it. Write those things down. But more importantly, join us inside the Prosperity Lounge community. It's www.theprosperitylounge.com. Free. Free, free, free. Please go there, it's free. TheProsperityLounge.com. Where we go deeper, it's where we get growth gets personal, all the taglines. And of course, like this episode, share it with some business owner, share Nikki's episode, drop a comment on your biggest takeaway and all that fun stuff. Now, if you're a person who's been following the show for a while or hanging out, and maybe you're just here, a couple things you can do to help make the show better. Like the episode. Appreciate if you like a bunch of them. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already subscribed. Like a bunch of episodes. Leave me a comment. Comment on some of the episodes. I know we have fun here in the chat, which is great. I appreciate everybody who's here. You guys are my family, hanging out. So I love y'all, and everything. But leave some comments in the actual videos too, because that really sparks some interest. People scroll by and they see there's a comment. You want to see what's going on. So I'll step by and they'll watch a little bit and they'll comment too. And then I'll get the ball rolling. So that would be really helpful. Share some stuff on social media. Share share some of the stuff there. More importantly, if you can, go on the Apple, go on the Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and leave me a comment. Leave me a review. Maybe I'm doing a good job. That'd be really helpful. That really helps the show. Um, yeah, we got some very patient people in the chat, so we're gonna get to some of the big news coming up for the show here. Some of the show reset here we got going on, and then we'll end the live chat. But so coming up this week, obviously we had Nicky Billou tonight. I'll be honest with you, I don't know who Wednesday's guest is. So we'll figure that out. Maybe it'll just be a live. I don't know. I'm struggling with trying to figure out who Wednesday's guest is. I have a bunch of episodes pre-recorded, but I don't have anything edited yet. So it'll be a last minute thing probably. I apologize to the guest for that. So I hate doing that to the guest, which is why I don't know about Wednesday. We'll figure something out. I have a couple things I'm thinking of just in case. Um, Friday's episode is gonna be fun. Friday, I'm talking to Kim Henry of Maine Support, MANE Support. They are a ground-based grief counseling support facility based with horses. It's the best way I can say it. They use ground-based horse support, so there's no riding involved, for grief counseling for people of all ages. We're gonna come on and talk about a nonprofit, talk about the horses, talk about the programs, talk about all that fun stuff. So looking forward to talking to her. All the big things that they got coming up. They're approaching their 20th year, 30th year, something like that. How people can get involved in the big events and just hang around some horses and help people heal. So that's gonna be fun. Got a couple of good guests for March already. We have Commissioner Rhonda Lee will be on in March talking about Knox County Commission and her her role speaking of the Sessions Court judge for Knox County, what that all entails, what a judge does, all that fun stuff. And then we got I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I'm gonna say Nicky. Nicky, the owner of Knick Knacks Ice Cream over in Powell, will be coming on and talking about their 2-year anniversary, all the fun stuff they got going on at Knick Knacks Ice Cream. We went over there the other day for their ice cream for breakfast event. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So she'll be able to tell us what's going on. That wasn't really the big news. I'm just I'm just uh I'm just teasing Emmy here and stringing her along. All right. All right. 2 big things happened this week. 2 big things. You ready? You guys ready? Let me know in the chat if you're ready. Oh, nobody's ready. Okay. Then I won't say anything then. Let's stop. I didn't do a 6-7, so I can't stop. Okay. First one, local. Local, local, local. Had an interview last week with oh man, I can't remember her name. So bad with names. I'm gonna look it up, guys. I apologize. I keep dragging you on some more here. Oh, what is her name? I apologize to her. I don't remember her name. Author from, Shopper News. So this week, I believe it's gonna be this week, there's gonna be an article in the Shopper News, for the Sentinel, not the Sentinel, on this guy right here. That's right, this guy right here. Nice conversation with her, gave her a lot to write about, and she already told me she doesn't know how she's gonna fit it all in 500 words, so we're gonna figure that out. Should be out this week, digitally and, um, on the shelf. Originally, she told me 2 weeks, that it's in 2 weeks, but, and when I talked to her the other day, she said it'll be this week, so I'm thinking it's gonna be this week. If it's not this week, it's gonna be next week. So, Shopper News. Well, I guess that would be the 3rd one. Yeah, yeah, I turned in my paperwork there, just for, Alderman, but we're not doing any campaign stuff until April 1st. So April 1st, I'll ramp everything up. I'll fill people in on what's going on, but for now, we're just kinda flying under the radar a bit, see what happens. So there's that. And the big news. April 22nd, let me get my calendar up. I wanna be certain. Actually, you know, I'll tell you something else. Coming out this weekend, and then I'll say the April one for last. Coming out this weekend is a movie. I believe it comes out on Friday called, I Can Only Imagine 2, sequel to the movie I Can Only Imagine, which is based on the Christian band Mercy Me and their song I Can Only Imagine, and their singer. Well, it is a sequel, and last year, Bettina and I got to be in the movie. Yay! We're in the movie. So, we are in a sequel. We are in the crowd scene somewhere. Um, and, yeah, there's a trailer out, shows the scene we're in. Somewhere under a dark light in the corner, we're sitting. So, I don't know if we'll actually see ourselves or we definitely know the scene we're in because we shot it for 12 hours. We were on set. It was a long day for, like, 3 scenes, but whew, it was very interesting. I have some pictures that I wasn't supposed to take, but I have them, but I can't show them until the movie comes out. So I'll share that when the movie comes out. So there's that. Did we ever get to watch David? Just be honest with you, we did not. My mom came out, and there was a whole fiasco and everything else. We have not watched it yet. We'll watch it. We have it ready to go. So we will be watching it, and I will do a synopsis of it as promised. Alright, last one, last bit of news. April 22nd through the 24th, Wednesday through Friday, what'll be a couple days before and a couple days after, we will be in Orlando, Florida. I have been invited to be the lead podcast ambassador for the US Christian Chamber of Commerce National Convention. So there'll be 5 of us down there, other podcasts, including myself, doing Podcast Row. It is a new thing they're doing this year based on based on my knowledge. I was at an event back in October, and I happened to come across I did a post about that event, and I happened to come across a person that I knew on LinkedIn who's connected with the chamber down there, and they said, "Hey, you guys need to do this too. You guys need to have Podcast Row, it'd be amazing." They're like, "We don't have that." And I said, "Well, you need to." And they said, "Okay, do you wanna run it?" And I said, "Okay, I'll help run it." So I helped organize putting together Podcast Row, what that all means, what that's entitled, you guys and everything, and they asked me to be podcast ambassador. Basically, I'm down there doing my show and doing interviews and, getting some good exposure. So, real excited about that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, Kinda take the show on the road a little bit. So, real happy for that. I will be uh, let me just put it out there, people that are watching and people that are gonna watch again, and I'm gonna put this up as a clip for, if you get an email from me about supporting the show, this is one of the opportunities that's gonna be in there. I'll be able to have be able to have, sponsors for my table. I'm able to have stuff on my table. I'm able to have whatever I want for my table to help defray the cost of going down there. So, if you're a small business owner and you wanna support the show, you want your information on the table in front of all these business owners, especially if you're a faith-based business owner or you work in that field or area. Yes, it's a national show. Yes, it's a national, convention. You may think that you're just local to an area, but you serve people nationally or you wanna serve people nationally, get in touch with me. I'll let you know what that looks like and what we're thinking and what's available. So, that's gonna be the next big task is, not just bringing myself down, but bringing down you all and your businesses, put them in front of all these people as well. So, that's gonna be really cool. They're gonna help support the show, they're gonna help spread the word, they're gonna help promote it, they're gonna help promote the episodes. It's a great opportunity to be heard on these episodes as well, because they're gonna be right in front of the audience you wanna be in front of. So, that is it, guys. So, big ol' big ol' news there. Uh, we'll be doing some things locally too. There's gonna be some opportunities here to do some live events, I think, coming up, as well. I'll be doing some live video streaming for some organizations as well, some of their events, but I'm trying to work out to do, like, a live podcast somewhere. People can come and watch and participate. Um, so working on that. Got a lot of fun things ahead of us. I think it's gonna be a really good quarter, really good half a year. Oh, and gosh, I guess I should also throw this out there too. We are planning sometime in late May, early June for our first I guess we'll call it our first annual. We'll just call it our first, um, Prosperity Summit. So we're bringing back some of our guests to have, like, a day-long summit where you get access to the guests, you get their their time, their Q&A, and learn from all different people. Already got confirmation yeses on a few, so, I'm real excited about that, and, looking to bring back about 8 7, 8-hour event, all day online kinda thing. Working that out, but that's the next big thing there, and I guess lastly, is what I'm gonna need your help with, guys, locally here in Knoxville. So listen up. May 5th, May 5th at 3:30, write this down. May 5th at 3:30 at the community center in Farragut. We're doing a home-based business ribbon cutting. There's 3 businesses. We will be there getting our 1 year of the Prosperity Lounge, doing a ribbon cutting and some fun celebration. So I need as many people to show up as possible. May 5th at 3:30. Come on over. I'll send out some invites, and I'll put some stuff on my social media, but I'm just putting that out there. Noxy Knox, yes, we did mention main support. I did mention main support, and I just realized something too, which is interesting. May 5th is also the primary election. The county primary and also the, ribbon cutting. Go vote, and then come over and, do the ribbon cutting with me. No, it's not a Saturday, it's a Tuesday. Tuesday, May 5th. Tuesday, May 5th is the ribbon cutting. Same day as the primary. So go vote in the primary in Knox County and other counties, I guess, and, come on over and, do the ribbon cutting. There'll be some like a little a ribbon everybody gets to sign and a little table, and I have to find somebody to make me some treats, though. Don't know. Do I know of anybody who could make me some treats to celebrate as samples? I'll have to work on that. I'll have to figure that out. Think I know somebody, but they're typically really busy. Well, that's it for basically everything, guys. Thanks for watching. We're getting really close to our first level of monetization. We're like a couple 100 hours away. We're chugging along. Everybody just watched a bunch of stuff, left it on all day, for a couple days here and there, like, just about an hour or 2, watch a playlist overnight, things like that. We'll be rocking and rolling, be getting there. It'll really help with the show, and stuff, getting those super chats and things like that available, and, yeah, it'll be great. So, we're almost there, we're chugging along. Let's see, anything else? I know. That's some great news, man, that's some great news. So, really, really happy for her, and it just works out, right? It just works out. Um, anything anybody wanna talk about before we go? We have 15 people here, and I feel like we got a nice lively chat going on, and I don't wanna end it right now. We're having some fun, but people gotta go, I understand. I do have to do a bit more filming. We are starting a couple new series on the channel as well. That's the other thing. We have a new, besides the daily Friday, we're doing a new weekly, business briefs episode, like 5 minutes, top 5 topics, business topics, starting in East Tennessee area where we are, and then going out towards Tennessee and then national, depending if we don't have 5 topics to talk about. Just put the first one up on Friday. I'm probably gonna post them on Fridays, um, depending, maybe Saturday, figure it out. But, first one was up on Friday. We talked about 5 things. We talked about TVA, reversing their coal reversal and their coal ban. Talked about Dollywood, about, Bull Run facility and what they're doing up there in on Oak Ridge. Talked about, Severe Avenue in South Knox and the delays there. And then we talked about, Smash City Burger being repossessed by the government for, tax fraud and embezzlement, a whole bunch of stuff, so crazy, crazy, so that's gonna be probably a weekly thing. I got a good response on it, so I'm gonna try to do that once a week as well. Just give them content for people to consume, so, less long form videos, more short content people can get into. And then we're gonna try a few other types of videos, which is why I'm thinking Wednesday might not be necessarily a full-on podcast. It might just be more like a video episode. It'll still be a podcast episode, but not a full-on hour one. And we're we're kinda on the topic of, eh, nobody's coming to save you. That's the topic we're talking about. The moment you realize it's all on you. That's what I've had working out here. I just gotta figure out the right I gotta figure out if I'm gonna film it, I gotta figure out the right if I'm gonna use images in the background, I'm gonna use music, I'm gonna use a bouncy kinda transition, or am I just gonna speak like I normally do? Not sure yet, but trying to hit some target audience stuff. We looked at our analytics and where we're at, who our target market is, and who's been watching our videos, and I'm like, "I gotta speak to them." So, you know what, guys? It turns out it's 18 to 35-year-olds. Here I am thinking I'm speaking to 35 to 55-year-olds. Wonderful. 18 to 35-year-olds are consuming of my content like crazy. So, a couple things that are in that range for people. And, so if you're an older person watching the channel and you're like, "Hey, that's not for me," appreciate the support anyway. If you could probably try it. Um, you know, whatever. I'm just being transparent. So, tried a couple videos that way. I already got a whole list of things to kinda cover. I think it should be fun. But, yeah, what about me? Well, the, small percentage of the younger crowd that watches my stuff, I think it's just you only. Look at my percentages. I mean, um, is that the, 6 to 7 crowd? The, 6 plus 7 crowd, which is now 13? Alright, is that how we do this now? Do we have to do that? Like, 6 pl you're gonna be 13, oh my gosh. We'll do 6 plus 7 whenever I see you, or do I just have to just not do that anymore? I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep teasing you. Just gonna have to deal with it. Just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, that's the true too, and Noxy Knox, I'm probably gonna need some makeup and styling as well for some of these events, especially when I'm on camera. Camera's not mine, so I'm gonna need some, yeah, look at my, stuff, yep, teabag eyes, Asian pop star eyes. The thing is, it always looks like I'm like, my eyes are closed and, like, I'm half asleep, but like, to me, they're wide open. I was to really look at camera and be like this, like, it just doesn't look natural to me. Dries my eyes out real fast, they get really blurry, and that doesn't look good. So, sorry guys, I'm just a half closed guy. Unless I get really surprised. What?" Yeah, so that's about it. We're working on a couple things for the show, again, like I said, early April. Got a lot of stuff planned. We're trying to do a candidate forum April. We have each candidate come on for about 30 minutes, do like a 3-hour show. So, that should be fun. I don't know if that'll work out or not, but it's just plans I'm throwing out there. Anyway, I guess that'll do. Say that'll do, pig. Well, that will do. I think that's from Charlotte's Web. I don't know which version, but there you go. I'm gonna I'm gonna go, guys. Getting a little tired, and I just got some filming I gotta do and some work I gotta do for some editing, and I don't wanna work all night. Gotta respect my calendar, my time. I appreciate you all being here, hanging out behind the velvet rope, listening to the takeaways, listening to some of the fun new stuff we got going on, always being there for me, always checking in, always being fun in the chat. And to my number 1 mods, Maxie and Annie, thank you for keeping the chat flowing. Thank you for making sure everybody's clean and sober in the chat, and nobody's and making sure nobody's up to no good in the chat. And up to no good, make sure the mic's charged. Here, make sure the mic's got a battery in 'em. I'll see you Friday. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back Wednesday, same time, 6 o'clock for our show. Don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it'll be fun. Our after party. It'll be fun. Check my calendar, make sure I got nothing else going on Wednesday so I can do this. Yes. Perfect. Be here Wednesday, same time, same bat channel. Let me finish with this, guys. This kind of goes ties back into the episode. And I really want you all to hear this and love with love on it. Freedom is a gift. Enterprise is a privilege. Influence is a responsibility. Make the difference you were born to make. Till next time, stay faithful, stay fearless, and remember, freedom lives where faith and action meet. The lounge is always open. So where's your next breakthrough? All of this and all of you. This is the Prosperity Lounge.